Get out your feelings and get your life together. At some point, we really just have to say, you know what, I'm gonna put my emotions to the side and do what I have to do for myself. Stop watching people from the sidelines. Stop focusing on other people. Stop focusing on that man who doesn't want to be with you, yada yada yada. Stop focusing on that. Focus on yourself and getting yourself together, because at the end of the day, life is life. Life is not easy. A lot of the times we focus on the wrong things. A lot of us are focusing on relationships and we don't even have our money right. And I had to think about that with myself. Like, I'm not exactly where I want to be at yet. Why am I over here letting certain people get to me when at the end of the day, they can't help me get to where I need to get to? These people cannot help you with anything that you need actual help with in the real world, but yet you still are in your emotions behind them. Learn how to let stuff go, let them go, for your own mental sake and for your own career and success. A lot of us take life for granted and we tend to focus on the wrong things. We're focusing on people, places, and things and situations that happened in the past, when in 10 years from now, if I don't have my stuff together, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? You have to think like that. Like, okay, is this gonna help me within the next 10 years? A lot of us are still stuck in our teenage years or in our childhood years trying to like heal those wounds, which is, you need to heal those wounds. But if you're gonna heal them, heal them. Do not and then like take your childhood stuff and stuff that happened to you when you was younger and make that your primary focus, or, oh, this happened to me so I can't do this. No, just because stuff happened to you, get therapy. Do what you have to do to get that healed, so that way you can maneuver within your career, within your success, within your future family, within that relationship you want to be in. You have to first heal the past in order to maneuver and move on with your life, okay? Also, when I talk about focusing on other people, what I mean by that is, even if that person that you're focusing on is a part of your life, you're still focusing too much on them. A lot of us, we think we're focusing on other people means focusing on celebrities we don't know. No, you focusing on people you do know too much, that can be a lack of self-love and just a lack of self-care. And like, when I was focusing on a boy so much, it was a guy I liked, I would be focused on him. Even if we were together, when I would be focused on them all the time, like wondering what they're doing, wondering who they're talking to if it's not me, I would not have anything together. I'll be sitting up in my room focused on them. My room would be dirty. I'll be sitting up focused on them when I could be doing so many things for myself. I have a whole business, and I spent 2 years, I was still consistent with my business. I was doing everything for myself, but I wasn't there mentally, meaning I wasn't putting my all into that, because I'm putting my all into something else. Your mind really cannot be two places at once. It can, but it can't if you want to be doing your best at everything you can. If you want to do your best at everything you can and pump into you, you then in turn cannot give other people all your focus and attention. If it's not going to help you and improve you in your life, what is the point of focusing on it 24/7? Too much of anything is not good. We need to be spending 24/7 focusing on ourselves and what's going to help with ourselves. Now, understand, if you are a mother and you have a family, that's completely different. But I'm talking about when it comes to, even if you do have a family, I feel like you still need to set out time to focus on yourself and what you want to do, because there's nothing worse than not doing what you wanted to do in your life because you were just not focused on yourself. I always say this, self-love is the best love. When you love yourself, nobody could come before your mental health or before you. Of course, kids, if you have children, like I said, that comes before you because, you know, you're a mother. But I'm talking about like setting out time aside for yourself, setting out time to just do what you have to do for you, working on your career, going back to school if you want to go back to school. Figure out what it is you want to do for you. Spend these few weeks before 2025 really figuring out what you want to do at the start of 2025. What is it that you want to tap into for yourself? I had to realize that too, like, okay, what do I want to do? I'm 22 years old and I'm not old, but I'm not like super duper young either. I'm not 17 anymore. What do I want to actually have out of life? And it's like a lot of times we do a bunch of stuff, but we don't have structure in that. We might have a career, but we don't have structure and a plan within our career. So when people ask you, oh, what do you want to do in the future? You don't even have a set where you see yourself in 5 years. I feel like everybody needs to know where they see themselves within the next 5 years, or at least have a vision of where they want to be, because that's a part of manifestation. I have a lot of friends that I always ask, like, oh, what do you want to do in the future? Where do you see yourself then? They're like, I'm not worried about that, I'm worried about the now, which is true. You should focus on the now, but I feel like it's a lot better to focus on what you want to do in the future than it is to focus on what you want to do in the past. It's like people will tell me they're not focused on the future, but then in turn keep their mind on stuff that happened in the past. How does that sound? I would much rather be focused on improving myself so I could do what I need to do for the future than to be stuck in the same place because I'm focusing on what's happened in my past. Get out of that mindset. Get out of it. Start focusing on you, because you have stuff to do within your life. Whatever focusing on you looks like, you know what it is. You know why you clicked on this video. You know there's something right now that you need to be doing that you just aren't doing because your mental is not in it. And I want you to sit with yourself and ask, why is your mental not in it? It's because your mental is focusing on other people that really do not matter. And trust me, I understand how that feels. I had to have this talk with myself just last night actually. I had to talk to myself like, you know what, I had to let this person go mentally. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, but I have to let it go because it's hurting me mentally. Like, sometimes focusing on someone else so much and then you don't get what you want with them, like if it's a relationship or even a friendship, you don't get that connection that you wanted, it leads you to like sadness. A lot of the times we focus on what could have been with a lot of people instead of focusing on, okay, like, this might just not be for me. And I know I'm all over the place like I always am, but I'm just really talking about what's been going on in my life and something that mentally I've been going through. And I've really been going through a thing where I found myself crying almost every single night because someone that I really care about and cared about for so long, I'm starting to feel like it's not going to be a rekindling anytime soon, for real. And it's like, it kind of gets to you a little because you want something so bad and you don't want that person to leave your life. But if you notice certain circumstances make it to where it's kind of hard for you and that person to be together, or hard for that friendship to work, you might want to see, like, maybe that's just God saying that this person's not meant for you. Or maybe this person that you want a relationship with, they're just supposed to be your friend, and that's okay. And I had to realize that, like, okay, this person might just be meant to be my friend. And I had a thing with myself where I'm like, I feel like everybody's moving on with their life. And then that's when I said to myself, I'm like, maybe I just need to move on with my life and focus on myself. And that's hard when you feel like everybody's moving on with other people and you're just stuck in that phase where you're moving on with just myself at the end of the day. And that can be hard, but then that's where self-love comes in, and you have to understand that it might be lonely at times, but there's a reason why you're a lone wolf right now. And there's a reason why you're like in this isolation phase. You feel like everybody's moved on with other people, everybody has their friend group, but you don't have that person, you don't have your person, you don't have your friend. That might be because it's time for you to really focus on you. And God knows that when you focus on other people, or when you're around other people too much, you don't get stuff done for you. And that happened to me. Like, when I say I have a whole business and I'm still tapped into it, I was the type of person where I'm never gonna not do something. I'm never gonna go more than 2 to 3 days. I'm never gonna go more than a week without posting on any platform. Even a week is stretching it. I want to post every single day, but so I'm always gonna do that. But when my mental's not there, it shows. And my mom noticed it. She was like, well, you're slacking, like you're posting but you're still slacking, like you could be so much further but you're slacking. And it was because my mental was focused on people, places, and things of the past. Even if it's of the now, I still don't need to be focused so much on them, and I need to give myself that full attention and myself that time and really focus on what I want to do in my life. Because like I said, life is just like life. Like, we have to have our life together. Like, there's so much to life. Like, there's so much stuff I want to do in my life. There's so much stuff I want to experience. Even you, there's so much stuff for you to experience. And when we're so small-minded that we are focused on this one person or this one situation, we don't see ourselves coming out of it, that's a problem. When you don't see yourself moving on with your life, that's a problem, because there's so much more to life. And you have to just trust yourself and also trust God and understand that He's not going to remove without replacing. So you're focused on these people because you don't want them to leave, or you don't want that situation to be over, not realizing that if you really lock in, focus on yourself, focus on your career, focus on your goals, whatever that looks like to you, focus on you and elevating yourself, everything will and then come back to you better. God will replace that person with everything better. Nothing that God takes away, He does not replace with something better. I'm telling you this for a fact. And I'm trying to learn that as well. I'm jumping into this new phase of my life before 2025 where I'm just like, okay, I know that I have to move on with my life, and I have to if that means letting go of people I love, I have to do that. And it hurt really bad. Like, I was crying. Like, I want to cry talking about it. Like, I'm being real vulnerable. That really hurts. Like, I know I talk a lot about like self-love, confidence, like whatever, you don't need nobody, but it still at the end of the day hurts when you know, you could just feel it, when you know you have to let go of somebody that you really love and care about. You have to let go of a situation you love and care about. You have to let go of a friend group that you love. Whatever that is, you have to let go of to step into the new season of your life and just focus on yourself. And I know that's hard, but I'm here to let you know that you could do it, because I'm gonna do it, and I know you could do it. If I'm doing it, I want you to do it too. Okay, we're gonna do this together. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm really thinking about starting a little podcast. Well, these are like my podcasts I just talk, but as I elevate and grow my YouTube with you guys, we might do like a longer episodes and stuff like that. But for now, we do this mini chats and stuff like that based off of what I'm going through in my life, and I just come talk to you guys because I feel like if I'm feeling something, I know someone else probably feels it too. So I'll be back with some more videos. I really like these topics that we talk about when it comes to self-love, self-growth, and just all around, like, just focusing on ourselves. Like, I really like these topics. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back with another video tomorrow, so go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I promise you I'm not gonna leave you guys. I will not leave you guys high and dry. I will be here showing up for you guys every day, if not every day, every other day. I promise you that. Okay, so do not forget to hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.